Building wealth from zero isn't a dream, it's a strategy. This is the blueprint to rise with nothing but vision, grit, and unstoppable discipline. Wealth doesn't start with money, it starts with a mental reset powerful enough to reshape the trajectory of your entire life. When you have $0, you're forced to develop the most valuable skill any wealthy person possesses: resourcefulness. This is the kind of mindset that transforms limitations into fuel, setbacks into strategy, and obstacles into opportunities. Most people believe that money creates success, but the truth is far more interesting. Success creates money, and success is built from habits, clarity, and relentless consistency. The first step to building wealth from nothing is eliminating the beliefs that hold you captive. You're not too late, too inexperienced, too broke, or too disadvantaged. You only need one thing others underestimate: the willingness to start where you are. Understand that every wealthy individual, whether a self-made millionaire or billionaire, began with one decision: to stop waiting and start creating value. Your energy becomes your currency. Your discipline becomes your leverage. Your skills become your future income streams. When you begin to see yourself as an asset, something that grows, compounds, and expands, you unlock a mindset that refuses to settle for scarcity. You begin to operate with a bias toward action, learning instead of complaining, analyzing instead of panicking, building instead of wishing. From zero, the greatest advantage you have is the absence of comfort. Comfort kills ambition. But pressure, responsibility, and hunger sharpen it. When you're broke, you're forced to build muscle that others skip: grit, resilience, patience, and long-term vision. These are the mental ingredients of wealth long before the dollars appear. The truth is simple but life-changing: you don't need money to build wealth, you need belief, direction, and unstoppable motion. Once your mind shifts, your habits shift. Once your habits shift, your results shift. And once your results shift, wealth becomes inevitable, not optional. This is where your rise begins. When you have no money, your skills become your investment portfolio. They are the engines capable of producing income, leverage, and opportunity. Skill stacking means combining several high-value abilities that, together, create exponential power. Instead of being good at one thing, you become dangerously effective at multiple things that support each other. This is the exact method used by modern creators, entrepreneurs, and high-earning professionals who began with nothing but curiosity. The key is choosing skills that grow rapidly and compound over time: communication, digital literacy, problem-solving, copywriting, design, sales, content creation, data analysis, and strategic thinking. None of these require money. They require time, repetition, and a willingness to learn what others are too lazy to study. If you devote even 60 minutes a day to learning, you can acquire 3 to 5 high-leverage skills in a single year, enough to drastically change your income trajectory. Stacking skills unlocks freedom because it allows you to solve bigger problems for more people. And money always follows solutions. When you learn how to communicate clearly, persuade effectively, analyze situations, and execute with precision, you become the type of person who attracts opportunities without begging for them. The goal isn't to become perfect. The goal is to become useful, flexible, and capable of producing consistent value. A person with 5 decent skills will outperform someone with 1 perfect skill every time. Skill stacking also removes the fear of starting. You don't have to wait to be extraordinary, you become extraordinary through the process. From $0, skills are the bridge between struggle and stability, between survival and wealth. They are the foundation you will build your future empire on. Every new skill is a brick. Every hour you study is cement. And every bit of progress compounds until you realize you're no longer the same person you were when you started. You've become someone the world pays attention to, because you've become someone the world pays for. We live in an economy where your first income stream doesn't require capital, it requires creativity and access to the digital tools already in your pocket. Today, the barrier to entry is not money but imagination and action. Whether you choose freelancing, content creation, digital services, print on demand, tutoring, or reselling, the truth is the same: you can create money from thin air by connecting value to the right audience. Start by identifying what people are already paying for. Businesses need content. Entrepreneurs need assistance. Consumers need solutions. Platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and even local marketplaces allow you to offer services instantly: design, editing, writing, management, tutoring, translation, and more. The demand is endless. If you have no experience, you can learn publicly. Document your learning. Share your progress. People love authenticity, and authenticity builds trust. Trust turns into clients and income. The moment you make your first dollar online, something shifts inside you. You realize money is not created by working hard but by providing targeted value. Once your first income stream stabilizes, build a second one that does not require more hours, something scalable. You can sell templates, guides, mini services, digital products, or simple automated systems that continue generating money even when you're not actively working. The mistake most people make is relying on only one stream. From zero, you must build multiple streams early so your future income becomes shock resistant. This is the new reality. Wealth is no longer restricted to those with capital. It belongs to those who innovate, adapt quickly, and refuse to wait for permission. If you have Wi-Fi, discipline, and a willingness to learn, you already possess more tools than the richest people of the past ever had. Your path to income starts now, with what you can do today. Once you begin earning, even if it's a small amount, you must shift from making money to multiplying money. This is the stage where most people fail. They spend early income on validation and comfort instead of transformation. But from zero, your greatest advantage is your ability to start small and scale with precision. Compounding is the most powerful financial force available to you, but it only works when you respect your money. Every dollar becomes a soldier. Every soldier must be assigned to a mission. The mission is growth. Even if you can only invest $10, the habit matters more than the amount. Because habits compound before money does. Start by building a safety buffer. This gives you breathing room, protects your focus, and prevents panic decisions. Then, direct a portion of income toward investments that grow slowly but reliably. Index funds, ETFs, high-yield savings, and diversified portfolios allow your money to work quietly in the background while you continue building skills and income streams. Wealth isn't created by a single big move, it's created by thousands of tiny, disciplined actions. When you train yourself to invest consistently, you separate from the masses who rely only on luck or sporadic effort. The earlier you start, the more time does the heavy lifting for you. Compounding also applies to your energy, relationships, and reputation. Each small act of consistency builds momentum. Each time you execute instead of procrastinating, you strengthen a habit that will pay you back for decades. Wealth grows fastest when you build systems, automated transfers, scheduled learning, consistent output, predictable routines. The world rewards those who operate like machines of purpose. Your goal is simple: create a loop where your income grows, your investments grow, and your capabilities grow. Once this loop starts spinning, it becomes nearly impossible to stop your ascent. You've entered the realm where wealth compounds, and once compounding starts, it becomes a force far greater than effort. Building wealth from zero is not a short-term hustle, it's a long-term transformation. The final step is mastering persistence, reinvention, and the art of thinking decades ahead. Wealthy people play a different game. While everyone else chases fast, flashy wins, they focus on building assets, reputation, and long-term positioning. Your long-term wealth blueprint begins with discipline. Discipline protects your future from your impulses. It forces you to choose growth over distraction, learning over entertainment, and consistency over chaos. Discipline is what keeps you moving when motivation disappears, and motivation will disappear. Next comes reinvention. The world changes fast, and the people who stay wealthy are the ones who evolve faster. Reinvention means upgrading your skills, adapting to new technologies, shifting when the market shifts, and refusing to cling to outdated versions of yourself. Reinvention is not a moment, it's a lifestyle. Legacy is the final layer. Legacy is not just money. It's the impact you create, the people you help, and the opportunities you open for future generations. Legacy is built when you use your wealth, financial, mental, and emotional, to lift others while continuing your own ascent. The long-term blueprint is simple but powerful: never stop learning, never stop building, never stop evolving. Wealth favors the consistent, rewards the patient, and amplifies the courageous. When you operate with vision and discipline, wealth becomes a natural outcome of who you are becoming. You may be starting from zero, but zero is not a limitation, it's the cleanest starting point possible. From here, you write your own story. From here, you build a life that compounds long after you're gone. From here, you rise without limits.